is Maru. I am really glad to be here. I appreciate the invitation and everything that For the People does. I was asked to talk about my work, but to talk about my work is also talking about For the People. You know, what I think we have to do is to make a difference of what organizing is versus your life. You know, I think for us, for many of us, even that term activism doesn't really apply. To me, it feels a very United States, way of describing people rising up. And in my case, working with people in detention at the detention center in Tacoma, it feels like that's part of life. We have to deal with the fact that we are being oppressed either here or in our countries. But the point is that we have to do something. We can't wait for others to do it for us, because when they've done it, they messed up. Maybe not intentionally, sometimes intentionally. But it is about, this is our way of life. We have to not only survive, but we have to create conditions where people are actually happy. I remember I was asked to talk about why I was working on human rights at the University of Washington, and on my way there I was listening to this song from Colombia that it's called Y te besen, and you get kissed. And the more I was listening to it, I realized that's what I want. I want people to be out there free, kissing each other. Why not? Kiss whoever you want to kiss, only with consent. And so it's just very simple to understand. Organizing is our tool to make sure that we all can be free, right? That we can have liberation. And that's why at the detention center, since it opened back in 2004, I started organizing literally from across the towns. So I lived in Seattle, the detention center is in Tacoma, and I kept hearing from all the lawyers that if people are undocumented, don't ever go there. So I never went there, but I was organizing against it. And it wasn't until 2014 that I actually set foot there when we did our first shutdown action against the detention center. That led to the largest hunger strike so far in a detention center. We have had 19 hunger strikes that we supported in 5 years just in Tacoma. That's a lot. In the past year, 11 months, we have supported 14 strikes across the nation. So we all of a sudden became experts on supporting hunger strikes in detention centers. And there's more hunger strikes than ever before. You would imagine with the kind of things that are happening for immigrants, especially detained immigrants, people would be quiet. People would be they wouldn't complain at all. And it's the opposite. People organize more than ever before. People are resisting more than ever before. And so we, last October, launched our Shutdown Northwest Detention Center campaign. And I hope that some of you, if you haven't become endorsers, please endorse our campaign. It's very simple. When you endorse, you say that you believe that immigration detention has no place in Washington state, nor anywhere in the nation. And you also agree that immigrants belong with their families and communities. That's it, right? And how do we do that? Well, we have been working against the detention center for a really long time, and we have many different strategies. Please don't come and tell us what to do. We know what we're doing. Don't offer ideas. We have more than we can handle. What we need is your support, definitely, right? Working side by side with us. That's what we need. And we invite you to, keep supporting our work, keep supporting For the People, because at the end of the day, all of our struggles are so connected. Right? I was asked yesterday by a reporter, do you see that immigration will continue growing in the next years? And of course it's going to. Not only because of the crisis of the climate emergency that we're living, but look at the US intervention in all of our countries that continues developing the situations that force migration in the first place. And so yes, we will have more people attempting to flee, attempting to go to a safer place, not because we want to, it's because we must. And therefore, we have to get ready with a brand new system that allows people to move freely, to be where we need to be without being caged. And I'm saying not only immigration, but really anybody, anywhere, Our fight against the detention center is really a fight against abolition, right? I mean, for abolition, against cages. For us, it's very important. Like in my community, I wouldn't even use the term abolition. We just say, let's shut down all cages, and people understand what that means, right? And so our fight to shut down the detention center is really the fight to shut down all cages. And so this coming year, we're gonna have a lot of more work in regards to our campaign. We hope to go statewide, and we will need your support. And more than anything, we really need your commitment for the long term, because this is not gonna end in November 2020. Whoever wins or whoever doesn't wanna leave the White House, that really doesn't matter. You know, the harm is done. We live in a system that was created this way precisely, so we end up running after every emergency every time. So we need to make sure that we have a long-term commitment, and that's why we also need to support young organizers, right? People that are committing themselves for the long haul. Some of us are getting to an age where we hope we can retire. I mean, that's my hope. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna happen, right? But it is important that we're able to give them the tools that they require, so they can continue the work that some of us started, or that we also follow in the path of others. So I really appreciate the chance to be here, to support for the people, to share with you what we're trying to accomplish. I was talking to a woman from Honduras yesterday. She's a lawyer, and she was saying how there's this idea that the law will fix everything because it's some of a charity, you know, top-down thing. And I was saying that that's the problem with capitalism, right? I mean, capitalism was built that way. It's very individualistic, top-down, believing the charity is the solution, where we know that's not true. So that's why supporting this kind of organizing, it is so critical, so we can actually have people that can lead our movements, that can be accountable to our movements, and that we can actually join when we win. Because let me tell you, I know that before 2025, when the contract for Geo in the detention center runs down, it's gonna be it. There's not gonna be renewal. And I hope you all can be there with me in Tacoma celebrating when we shut down the detention center. Thank you.